champions, Manchester City, and the run that they've been on, the problems that they potentially have. But leading the way at the moment are Liverpool. They are 8 points clear at this stage of the season. Anyone who's been this stage or better, and that's only happened once before by 1 point when Manchester United did it, has gone on to win the title. And yet, nobody, I don't think, is going to sit here and say, this is definitely going to happen. Because you look at the performance against Southampton and you think,
yeah, but I think, but you saw certain things happening in the way that Liverpool giving the ball away, even Virgil van Dijk back heeling that one, and when they went and got the penalty. They won't do that in those games. Maybe that was a wake-up call game for them to listen, Southampton are bottom of the league, but if you do that, you're going to get punished, and that is why the league is so competitive. And there was at no stage in that game where I thought Southampton were going to win this game. I did not think that because of the way
they were 2-1 up.
No,
yeah, but you know, Southampton this year they go ahead, they concede, they lose.
The way they're playing, and you know that Liverpool, once it clicks in that, listen, man, let's get going. This is Southampton. I didn't think they were going to lose that.
Say that Liverpool have dropped points on the road against the last 4 teams who've come up through the playoffs. Liverpool's record against promoted teams away from home is not good at all over the last few years. So there was more jeopardy than maybe you would imagine when the team top of the table faces the team bottom of the table.
I still didn't think Liverpool were going to lose that game. I mean, obviously Southampton were playing out of the back and it was catastrophic. And I know Russell Martin quite well and he's a top guy, but at this moment in time, he even said himself, I need to take responsibility for this because every team wants to play out from the back. But if you don't have it in your armour and in your locker, then you can't do that. I'm not saying go route one and just boot it, but you're playing into their hands. I think with this Liverpool team, I think Gravenberch has been unbelievable. Szoboszlai, you know, those types of players. But Mo Salah, I mean, it doesn't matter what team you support. The quality that guy has is on a different level consistently every single season to reach the numbers that he does for this Liverpool team. And I still don't think people really give him the credit and respect that he fully deserves. I really don't. And like I said, it don't matter what team you support. We're talking elite. Always finds a way.
For you, Leanne, is it as much... Yes, it's what he can do, but there are a lot of players who are capable of doing what Mohamed Salah can do at times. But is it how and when he does that? Like the significance of the goals that he scores, the moments that he chooses to kind of show his best game.
I mean, the best players in the world and elite players step up when the team really needs them. And I think Mo Salah is one of those players you can always rely on in the big moments. His touch, the way he manipulates the ball, the way he moves his body, kind of can be quiet in games at times. And then when he gets the ball, he's efficient.
Yeah.
What's the latest on the contract chat, Aaron? as our man from the gentleman from the press.
I love the way Mo's come out with what he's saying. Put it out there. Let the fans see what's going on. Don't let the club hide in the shadows and try and do this. You know what I mean? He looks like somebody that...
So what he's said is there is no contract offered. Yeah. That doesn't mean they're not talking. It's just there isn't a kind of... You know,
but what's interesting is more that he's actually come out and said it. He said it to one of our colleagues at NBC and basically said that at the moment, to use his words, he's more out than in, which is a phrase I think you might see across the UK papers tomorrow and maybe even beyond. And it might even prick up a few years across the continent, even though I don't think there is anywhere better to go than Liverpool, the Premier League. I mean, this is the most competitive league in the world, which is, given what we've been talking about with the game against, first against worst. And I think at the same time, it's still been a compelling contest. So I think he wants to stay, but I think it's going to...
He wants to know what's going on.
Well, he wants 3 years. They want to give him 2. You can understand why. There's a long history of players in the Premier League who are coming to the end of their contracts. They're over 30. You give them big money, suddenly they drop off. And that money, that from Ozil and Aubameyang at Arsenal.
Yeah, but the thing is, we're talking about Mo Salah. Mo Salah don't miss games. He's not that kind of player.
I mean, look at him. The way he keeps himself in shape.
The way he is as a man, he's not somebody that is going to sign a contract and clock off. If there's anyone who's over 30 that I'm going to give a 3-year deal to, it's going to be Mo Salah.
I totally agree. I think the way he lives his life...
I think this is why, for him to come out and say it like that, he's putting it firmly in their court. Where, you going to back me or not?
I don't think they'll like that, though, will they, the club? The club won't be liking this.
But he is in... you've just been saying yourself about the quality, the numbers, the goals, the assists, all the reasons why he is in a really good place to be able to say that. Because if they don't want to give him that length of contract, there are other clubs who will.
You know something?
So here's I was going to say, here's the question, because it's the 3 big ones, Mo Salah, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Virgil van Dijk, all at different stages of their career. probably will make different decisions at the end of the season when they're all out of contract. I'd used this phrase earlier, but if he's more out than in, is there a chance that this could be a legacy season for him, that he wants to go out on an absolute high, that he will... Look, he's not a player who ever gives less than 100% anyway, but I don't know, might you just get a little bit more juice out of that lemon?
Why can't it be...
Because it's his legacy. No, but...
Why can't it be a legacy season and they give him, they offer him a free agent?
No, but that might yet happen. But what I mean is for him, just from him psychologically, is that something that can?
I think he's still doing what he's done every single season. I don't think he's doing all of a sudden way more than he did last year or the year before. I think this is what he's done in the Premier League.
I think he's going to easily go down top 5 players in Liverpool's history. He's got 20 goals behind Andy Cole to go 4th in the Premier League. I think that those things matter to him.
Yeah.
I think those things matter to him. Yeah, those things matter to him. So. I feel, for me, if I was a Liverpool fan, I'd be very worried that they have not offered him anything up to this point. He's not spoken to anyone. We're coming into December.
He didn't say he's not spoken to anyone. He said he doesn't have an...
He doesn't...
You've got the word.
Yeah. What is the word? Has he got a contract?
He doesn't have a contract.
Well, that's enough for me. He's not spoken... What else are you going to speak about? If you've got a contract, that's what you're going to speak about. He hasn't got one offered to him. There are conversations that happen before a contract is on the table.
And you become aware.
You have conversations and you say, well, can we push this?
But look how Mo started the season. Look at Liverpool started the season.
And that contract should be on the table,
should be
signed already.
So as players, would you start looking at other clubs?
It's really tough because, if it was me and I was doing what Mo is doing at Liverpool, doing it at Arsenal, but you're coming to that end, there's people that are offering you, it's happening.
Already?
But
they're not allowed to.
They're not allowed to.
You're joking.
Righty.
I know. But the thing is, that those things are happening. And I think that it's probably... You know what? I'll just throw this out there. It's probably happening and Mo's saying, listen, you ain't offering me nothing and I'm hearing things.
Yeah.
There's rumours. Somebody's representatives have been talking to my representatives, which is not necessarily a direct conversation with anybody.
With anybody.
Do not want to accuse anybody of that.
Get it done, Liverpool.
Other than our Peabody, touting himself for a Peabody in the corner, investigative journalist Darren Lewis, uncovering this gap. But look, it's Liverpool are in a great position. They're 8 points clear at this stage of the season.
It's Liverpool's to lose.
With a lot of at this point...
pressure on Liverpool.
Can I just put... For all the talk about Salah, and you're absolutely right to rave about him, but actually, it's that defence. It's the best in the Premier League so far. It's Van Dijk is back to being Van Dijk. The protection for that defence is... been first class as well. The goals from midfield as well, other players popping up.
Curtis Jones.
It's exactly. Curtis Jones has been outstanding. Kelleher deputising for Alisson has been outstanding as well.
Not enough said about that with Alisson.
Absolutely.
Not enough said.
I think there's a real balance throughout the side which gives Liverpool those options and I think that's a big part of the reason why.
I think Virgil will still be there, though. We talk about the 3 players you said, Kel. Like Trent, I think is the one that everybody's thinking won't be there. I think Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk will be there next year. I just have a feeling. I don't want to see... No matter what team you support, you want to see the best players in the Premier League, and I don't want to see Mo Salah.
Who's the most likely
to leave?
To win it.
Okay, sorry.
I want to leave on a high. I always like to end on a little positive note.
It's very finely poised. Liverpool know how to navigate this season from here. Arsenal are still trying to chase. City have got a lot of work.
Are you looking at Liverpool and thinking they've got a wobble? They've not had a wobble yet.
They're going to have one. We've seen that Southampton caused them a little bit of problems, but they still got the job done because our poor Southampton weren't still playing out the back. I can't see it. But
City are mid-wobble.
Mid-wobble. And I think Arsenal now can't afford to lose too many more.
Have Arsenal come out the other end of their wobble?
I think so now.
It's ironic, actually, because Arsenal have got the most depth in defence. Liverpool have got the most depth in attack and midfield. I think Liverpool, if they lose players, they've still got players who can deputise for them. They look stronger. I'm going to go with Liverpool still.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I also still think, I don't know, there's this weird feeling about City. I just don't think you can ever... This game next weekend is massive. Yeah. No. Liverpool City is massive. You don't think City at all?
I'm not going to go with City in the current climate. No, but right now, in the moment.
Right now, but
in the moment, I'm probably going to have to go Liverpool.
But if they win heavily at Anfield here on Monday morning,
they're going to go on one of those runs.
They just thought like the City of old.
No,
City are back.
As we speak, I'm going to go Liverpool with Arsenal chasing them.